Hello guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Ultimate Knife Search. This has been, I have really looking forward to this video here, because I have waited so long to get this. So let's get started out there guys, and that's a little bit different start out here. It's a knife out there who have the piercing ability like the Tuff's Wild Pig Hunter, and are there a knife out there who have this weird badass looking appearance to it, like this SXB Skull Crusher? And is there a knife out there who have this size and still feel nimble and easy to use and light? And are there a knife out there who can compete with some good old chopping power as the BK9 or the SE Hunglers? They are a little bit similar to this. Are there a knife out there? Yes, there are guys. They are all put into one now. And this is the Woodcraft Chanto from Work Tough Gear here guys. I am excited to can show you this knife here. And this knife here is designed from Eric Outer Limitless. I think it's called Outer Limitless. Yes, this is a bit difficult word to say from Scandinavia here. And Eric has done some really good designs, and it is of course made by Work Tough Gear. And I will go over it quickly guys, so we can start testing this knife here. But I am pumped. I know, because I have watched his videos. Eric here, he had put hours and hours for drawing a knife like this, and had get it home and test it and make something different he don't like. And he have changed the spine and the tip a little bit, and he has really go over and put many hours of thoughts in this knife here. And I must say guys, I am pumped. I am so excited over this knife here. I buy 2 of them because we all know a Work Tough Gear, they have some limited edition out there, and if they are sold out, it's not easy you can get a new one. These 2 knives here are not similar, because you can see that on Eric Outer Limitless video. But this is a black acid wash finish here, and they have some green handle, and of course it comes with a Kydex sheet. And I'll get back to this Kydex. This one here is a black traction coating, and yes guys, I have stripped the coating off. I hate the coating, so I have stripped it off, and it's not perfect because I really like when a knife look a little bit wear out and an old knife. But the more I use it, the more this coating will come off, and I have some beautiful gray under it. So, and it looks so badass. And this is the new type of handle. There's some gray G10 there with red liners, and it looks so beautiful. And back to the knife here, I will say I have 30 years experience with knife, and I have I can't count how many knives I have held in my hands. I have never, and I mean it, and Eric or Work Tough Gear do not pay me or send me a free knife to say this. I have never ever held a knife in my hand who is so well balanced. It's weigh over 500 grams. I mean, it's 540-ish grams this knife weight, and it feels like a feather. And that's why I hold this knife up here for a little bit because that's something I really love with this Atox here. You cannot compare this knife here to power and strength, but this is so nimble and it's so light and it feels perfect. And that's also the case on this knife here. I can immediately, when I take it out of the sheet, I could not help myself. Immediately I start using to wheel this knife around. It is so light and fast, and oh yes, I really love the handle. And I have said in all my videos, I have monster hands, guys. This is 3XL hands and it fits perfect. And if you have watched all my video, I hate choils, but on this knife here, it's somehow, because they have made some, what can you say, they have taken something out of the handle there. So, and somehow it feels so naturally to take over here, and because of the blade here is small and go out and be bigger and bigger, so it's so easy to put your finger on this choil here. And one thing more also with the blade, I know this fuller here is of course always is mostly because of the weight reduction and also for looks, but I have used this knife a little bit now, and I'll say to grab this folder here when you have some carving, when you toss to yourself, this is a perfect grip. And also I like when I have done some little skinning with this knife also, I like to hold it here with my hands, and I will show you something quickly. I promise you it'll be quick. I put this, I don't know if they are, but I have done this several years. I put this knife up here in my sleeve because I'm not so big a lanyard fan. So, and when you have this fuller here, you grab it here with your thumb and your finger up here, and when you have the knife in your shirt here, it feels like you have a 2 grams knife in your hands. This is so easy to use. And when you skin something like this and hold it and your finger there, and you can see my fingers there is in the fuller, and it's so nimble and easy to use. I will say, Eric, I don't know if there has been a perfect when you designed this knife, but this is awesome and I like it. And I have used it I have tried to skin an apple with it, and I have buy some chickens and try to skin them a little bit, and that's awesome. You have so much control over this knife here. And again, let's take this shirt up here so it's not in the way. I have seen all the videos out there on YouTube on this knife here, and all of them mention the tip. They say the tip maybe be weak or something, and I'll say Eric, he has really put some hard test on this tip here. But guys, I will tell you something new. This is only an illusion to your eyes, and that's because it's small here, the blade, and it go up to be wide. It's I think it's a little over 2 inch wide here, and it go down like this. It's almost like an old Roman sword. This what can I say, modern chanto tip there. And I will show you something. There has not been a knife I have beat it more on the tip on this Tuff's Wild Pig Hunter here. And if you hold, I'll try if I can do it so you can see it. If you hold it up like this, you can see it's the same amount of steel on the tip. I don't know, I hope you can see it there. It's the same amount of steel on the tip, so the tip are not smaller as they are on this Tuff's Wild Pig Hunter here. And if you do like this, you can see that the tips on the chanto getting thicker very quickly. So it has the same amount of thickness, no not thickness, wideness on the tip as the Tuff's Wild Pig Hunter, and I have really beat it on the tip there. This Tuff's Wild Pig Hunter is a 1/4 inch thick, so it's a little bit thicker on the spine. But if you do like this, you can really, I hope they got some focus there. That's my biggest problem. So, but you can really see Eric had really worked to get some thickness to the tip there. So that's almost the same. So I'll say again, guys, I not say the other reviews there had not done the work good enough, but it's the same thickness. No, not thickness, whiteness as this Tuff's Wild Pig Hunter here, and that's a strong tip, guys. So that's the only illusion you think this is a weak tip, because it has this shape here, and you can see it looks weak, but it's not weak, I promise you. I'll also show you later in the testing here. And I will really say this handle here, and if you go out to some fine work with the choil and go back here, and he has done a little bit, it go ins, out and in again, and they have some good, so when you chop with it here, you have such a good hole. It's almost like the same as this one here. You have so perfect hold here, and that's really awesome. I really like it. And I must say, of all these 4 knives I have shown you here, I think this is all put to one. And we all know when this came out from E.J. Snyder here, everybody thinks, oh, that's an ugly knife, but the truth is, I think everybody was a little bit jealous because they could not have wheeled something different like this. And I really love this knife here. I have one more of them I've used. So I really love this skull crusher also. And you can say, guys, when you are at the camp and with your friends and you take a knife out, that's something. It's not so funny when you have all the 4 of you have the same knife. That's funny when you have something different. And I must say, this looks this looks different, guys. This is a really badass thing. And one thing more also. He have the spine here. When you hold the choil, this is not sharpened, but from here all the way to the tip, this spine here is sharpened. And I'll show you later, guys. When you hook that and you have made some feather stakes and curls, and you can take your fire steel here, it's awesome. Everything is really thought out on this video here, and that's something I really like. And if guys out there are not used to use a chanto knife, I will say that can be some difficult, because when you have some blade shape like this, it's come down, and you can see a chanto is a little bit different. But when you get used to it and you have a little bit more things to a chanto you can use, because you can say you almost have an extra tip on the knife. So when I have to open a box, or I have to have some really fine cuts, if I make a pig, what do you call it? A pig chop, we have to eat, and you have to cut the back of it. Sometimes you can hold it like this. I don't know if I can see it. When you thumb there, and you can cut all the way into your thumb, so you have some good control. You will not go deeper at your thumbs, because the thumbs hit the pork, and you can make some fine cuts there without cutting too deep. And I must say, the chopping power when you hit with this chanto point, it really had some power to it, and it feels so nimble. So that's also a thing I really like with this knife here, and also the look of it. It almost I can't. But I'll say there are something I talk about appearance before. Also, when I show you the knife here on the video here, it looks a little bit bigger than it is. But what can I compare to? We all know the BK9. You can see there. It's a little bit longer. Try to do this. It's a little bit longer than the BK9, but it's only the tip is maybe 1.5, 2 inches longer. But it's not so wide. So when you hold the knife on the video, it looks so much bigger than in but I think the wideness, yes, the whiteness here is the same as the BK9, so I think it's about 2 inches as wide as. And Eric, he used 3/16 on this knife here, and I'll say almost every work tough gear has the 1/4 inch thickness steel on this SK, I think it's got, yeah, SK85 steel here, Japanese tool steel. I will say if this has been a 1/4 inch thick, I will not have bought this knife. This is only because it's 3/16. I really like it because I love the fleckness of this BK9 here, and also my SC Junglers. I love the fleckness of it, and it's not so much fleckness. You could just take it like this, like a manchetta, and also like this. It has some really more fleckness to it because it's a different steel, it's more thinner. But this 5 millimeters thickness here, I think is perfect so for so many things, and it's so light. I am pumped, guys. I am sorry I couldn't talk about this knife here for a very long time because I really love it, and the grip and the handle, and it's so perfect. I can only say, Eric, you have really done some good work there, and you have put some thoughts in it. I can really feel it. So, and the last thing here quickly, the sheet. When you buy this knife, there are a sling. This is not the one who comes with the knife. This is one I have, and I use it for all my knife. You can take some paracord to it there and here, and you can wrap it like this. And I will show you also later in the video why I like to have it like this. The sheet, this is probably, take the other knife, I got 2 of them. This is some of the best Kydex sheet I have with a knife, and it's not because the knife is only $200 for the knife, and they ship fast from Work Tough Gear, and the fitness here, and it goes so perfect. And listen, guys, there's no rattle at all, and I'm not get on my back because there are little rattle. That's do nothing for me. But I'll say when they fit and they are perfect and no rattle, that's good. That's something I really like, and it holds so good when it's in here. This knife here will not fall out, even if you jump and do something with the knife later. So that's awesome, and the sheet is totally flat also, and have some different lashing points you can use, and that's also awesome. So yes, guys, okay, that was enough yabbly with me, but that's because I'm so pumped over this knife here, and oh yeah, I really love it. I am a Viking all into my spirit and heart and soul, and I really feel there's some good Viking power to this knife here. And look at it, look at the appearance. I really love it. It looks like you can go to war anytime, and so that's awesome, guys. Okay, let's go on and let's see if this knife can do anything without talking about it. So hang on, guys. Light things here, and it goes perfect, and it sits perfect there. So let's see if you can make some little, and that's something I really like with this knife here. It is so nimble and so easy to use, and when you chop with a knife that is heavier in this, it's sometimes it's, if you hit too hard with it, it will sit in the wood and you have to pull it out again. But this knife you can do some small light chops like this. And again, I'll say I'm not a fan of choils, but this feels so meant to be, and this is sharp, guys. I will promise you. This cord here, so you can use this as as a small knife also, and you can make some really nasty spear point there. And let's see if you can hammer it in here. Yes, There's no problem there. And let's see if we can take this again here, and I'm not making feather sticks. I'll try to make some flat here. Maybe we can beton with this. There will be some more betoning just in a minute, guys. This is just for see here. Let's try to make some feathers. Oh yes, I really love how this knife here, it is so nimble and easy. This is, and that was the first thing when I saw this knife here. My heart was sold to it because of the look of it, but I thought it was too big, so I think it was too long, and I could not use the knife. But this is so a whole different story. And again, guys, we have a chanto point. See here, I can chop this off. You can see it makes fine feathers here. Chop this off, and if you can use your chanto edge here. You can hold it with your stomach here, and you can make some fine curls and details here if you use the chanto, because the weight of it now is all over in the end and have some good control. And you can use this knife here to make a spoon or something also. That's awesome. That's awesome, guys. Let's go. Let's have some really bite to it. Look there. That is very easy to chop with this knife here. Yeah, go, no problem. And let's take some rope here. See, let's go. It's very easy to take some rope. Oh, this knife has some very good bite to it. You can see there. Let's try to chop some. It's no problem, guys. Let's go right to. See, and that's something more. If you have to do some food prep or anything, you have this edge here for when you do some woodwork and chop and anything, and you have this secondary edge. I don't know if you can call it that. You can use that for food prep and hold it like this, and you can cut some fine onions or something. So that's also something that's awesome. So let's go on, guys, to do some a little bit bigger betoning here. And let's see if the woodscraft chanto here can do some work. It goes right through. That's no problem. Let's try to take it one more time. Too small. It's a big lock, guys. There's no problem there. It betons right through. Let's see if the knife has some jobbing ability. Here to split something. You see that, guys? It goes right through it. So that's really some power. Like to, if this can stand, take another one here. Try it again. It's a little bit bigger. You see that? That's really some power. And let's check the knife balance here, guys. You can see big drop, and just go straight in. It's really no problem. That's a good balance. So let's go on testing, guys. Look at this, guys. I have not had a test out there who had ruined or bent or destroyed more knife than this test here when I throw it as a spear. And that's because it's put so much stress on the blade, because you have more weight out here now, and the tip I'm going to work. So this is I will not recommend it to do this with all knife, but I have some good faith on the heat treatment on this knife here. And if the heat treatment are not good, or if the steel are weakened somehow, you will definitely see it on this test here, I promise you guys. So let's try to take it as a spear. And I will say, if you not can use this for hunting, you cannot use any knife for hunting. This is a badass hunting blade, so let's try it, guys. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Holy crap. Look how deep it goes. No matter what you are hunting, it will not survive. This is a badass blade. So let's see now if anything bent. Oh, I go pretty deep. Oh. Let's see, guys. I'm excited to see. Nope. The blade are still straight as an arrow. And is that a tip testing not for you guys? This is awesome. And I'll say, if you don't think this is hard to a knife, try to paracord it like this and throw it as a spear, and I will guarantee you, if you don't have any good heat treatment, you will bend. And look how deep it goes. That's awesome. That's a badass blade, guys. You can really hunt with this knife. Look at it. Let's see, guys, how this SK 85 steel hold up here. So let's get a little bit more hard testing here. See if we find some places here that are not worn out. This D10 here is really strong, so you can easily hammer on it. So, hey guys, let's see if this steel here is strong. I'll try to go up quick first and see. Okay, feels okay. Have some fleckness to it. Let's see if I can stand a little bit longer. See that, guys? There's some. I'll get it out. Let's see. You see that, guys? It's straight like an arrow, and if you can see it, it's totally straight. And I am 117 kilos, guys, so that's some good stress on the knife there. So that's awesome. 3/16 SK85 Good steel and heat treatment there, guys. Awesome. Okay, let's see how this tip hold up. We'll do a little pre-bar here, and as it's pretty hard, this wood here, so let's try to do some little pre-barring here. You can see I'm going in pretty deep, and you can dig out some pretty good wood there, guys. Look at this. I am not concerned with this tip here. Of course, I will not use this as a multi prey bar tool, but if you are in the woods like now and you really have to do some small prey bars for some light use, I have no worries. This 80K SSK 85 steel here is doing awesome, and you can see there I'm taking good trunks. Oh yeah, I hit you guys. Look at this big chunk of wood there. Okay, look at this, guys. You can prey bar with this, and the tip is still perfect. There's no bend or twisting or anything. So when you have to use your head. You are the one tool option, not the knife. Remember that, guys. I say in my other videos, you are the toolbox. You are the one tool option, not the knife. There are no such thing as a one tool option knife out there. You are the toolbox. And look at this. You can really take some chunks out there, guys. So that's awesome. Okay, let's see here, guys, how this woodscraft chanto here chops. It should have some really good chopping ability, and if you hold back here, you have some really amount of power and good grip. So let's try to chop this tree here. It's maybe, this is 2 inches there, so it's maybe 2.5 inches, small 3 inch. So let's try it, guys. Oh my God, it bites. And I feel no shock in the hand. No shock at all. It's already coming down. Yeah, holy crap. So, can the woodscraft chanto chops? I must say yes, it can. God damn it. Okay, guys, I have made a little feather sticks here, and this knife here, I want to show you, it has a good 90-degree spines up here, and you can also use it on the tip here. So let's see if we can make a fire with this. That's something that's important for me when I go out and I can make a fire. So let's try it and see how it goes. You can make some really good sparks there, guys. There we go. Look at this. This is perfect, guys. 90-degree spine. That's awesome. And again, as I've mentioned in my other videos, I really had some knives that are called survival knife, but they don't even have a 90-degree spine. So you can use it for anything. So I have a multi-tool I normally use when I make sparks like this, but it's nice to know you really can make some good sparks here. So that's awesome. Again, guys, let's be honest. We like to review knives and see how much they can hold up to, and that's pretty awesome. But when we talk about knives, 90% of the time we don't use a knife, we carry a knife like this. So as you can see, I have my big backpack on me now. It's about 20 kilos, and I have been walking now for 2 hours, and that's something we don't talk about too much in our reviews, also because there are a lot of table reviews, but this is real life, guys. This knife here is so awesome to carry. The sling, as I mentioned before, the sling is not, there are sling with it, with the knife here, but this is my own sling, so it sits so perfect here, and I can even strap my backpack up here and also down here, and the knife is not in its way, so it's so perfect. And I can even, if I bend over, you can see the knife is still hanging there, and I don't know if you can see for the sun, but it's not in its way, and if you have to use it, bam, it's very, very easy to get access to it. So I really love this this sling carry here, and this is perfect for this knife. It should not be any longer, so it's not so easy to carry, but it's perfect. And again, as I mentioned before, I hope you can hear me because it's a little bit windy out here. I have to go down on this hill here, and we all know when we got a good folder and we use it all the time, we like to play with it and snap it out, and that's because it has a good action. I have the same way with this knife, not in and out on the seat, but it is so nimble. I like to use it, and I swing it around, and I like to go, when I go, I just swing it around, and that's something when I have to go for a long time and I don't have to use the knife, I like the feel of it, so I take it out and I just go and swing it and play with it because it's so nimble and light to use. I love it. So every time I normally do it with 2 hands, so every time I try to, it's a little bit better hand of winds. So when I go 1 kilometer, 1 mile or something, I take the knife out and I can't control myself. I have to use it. It's so nimble and light. So that's something you also have to consider when you buy a knife. I have many knives at home I really like to use, but I never take them out with me because they're so heavy to carry, and even sometimes the seat are bad and you cannot strap it anywhere. But this knife here is light, it's easy, and it's so perfect to carry, and you can work and walk all day with this knife. I can even, if I have to, take something down and use it, and I can use both my hands for anything when I have this knife on me. So that's one thing I'm really thankful to Eric from Outer Limits. He had really thought out at the way to carry the knife so it get easy. So again, look at it, guys, that's awesome. So I really love it, and the retention is perfect. So okay guys, let's go on.
Of the knife, you know the limits of the knife. Yep. You know exactly what the knife is going to do in a given situation. Now, would I jam this through a car hood like this one? Well, probably not. Right.
Hello guys. As he said, see there, would you probably take this to a car hood? Probably no, but he's wrong. I would take this knife there to a car hood. That's not just a normal car hood, that's some good German steel there, guys. So let's try to see if Work Tough Gear and Eric have made something tough and prove him wrong. See, you can go to a car hood with this knife here. So let's try it out. There's some good hard steel there, guys. So let's go. Bam! Holy crap! There's no doubt there, guys. You can go to a car hood and it has some awesome piercing ability, and the tip are still perfect. Let's try. Oh, one more time and one more. Go all the way through there, guys. That is badass steel there, and that's really awesome. And the tip are still perfect. And let's see here, guys. Just put the knife there. And to end this piercing ability, you can see this is my off-road tire. There's reinforced sidewall there, guys. And the tip is still pointed, even if I go to a thick Mercedes car hood. And let's try to see the piercing ability here, guys. Bam! It's really, really awesome. Just go right through. This is some thick rubber here. Look at this, guys. You cannot ask for more piercing weapon. This is awesome. Okay, one more time, steel to steel. SK85, wear tough gear, good heat treatment, and I'll try to, yeah, guys, try to look. Try to get a focus. Look there, guys. You still have, come on, focus. There. Still have some pointy tip there. And it's sharp. Look at this. Come on, focus. There we go. Look at this, guys. Just maybe have a little bit flat out there. Not too much, but come on, guys, I just jammed it to a car hood, so this little thing there is nothing. It's really have some good stabbing ability still, and look at the edge, it's flawless, still flawless. Let's try to get some focus. Yes, look at this. That's really, really awesome. And I will end this video here, guys. This has been a hard test today, and I have really, this knife here have really lived up to my expectation. And is this the only knife you ever need? I cannot answer that, but it's probably, if this was the only knife I had with me, I will not be under-equipped. That is awesome knife, good balance, light, chop perfect. You can use it as a hunting tool, throw it as a spear. If you somehow have to go to a metal car hood, you can also do that with this knife here. And you can do some fine work. And one thing more, I think, is very awesome. It is so easy to carry, so that's perfect, guys. So I only have one thing more to say. Don't go hiking. Go hiking!